Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Endless Legend, where today we are finally going to have to commit to a plan here. Y'all know I hate to do it. It's my least favorite thing is to actually pull the trigger, but I think this is the moment when we must. You know, I like to remain flexible to the situation. Here's what I'm thinking. At this moment, our only hope for victory, I guess we sort of have two hopes. Our only real hope for victory, for a high order, high value victory, is to finish our faction quest pretty quickly from here, and then either pull off a wonder victory or a quest victory following. I don't know how realistic either of those things are, but if Red is friendly enough to us that they let us run around in their territory, then I don't necessarily think a quest victory is off the table. I don't know that we have the production muscle to get through a wonder victory before somebody would stop me, but also, I mean, maybe, you know, Ligu is a big city and it has a pretty large amount of industry per person, so but if Red is not pretty friendly to us, my big concern is that the moment the first victory notification gets generated, they just annihilate us, and there is no universe in which we can fight their military, right? The economic disparity is too large. So I think it really behooves us to be friendly with Red. We need that friendship. Obviously, there is the possibility that we could get the alliance with Red. We're going to see in a second here. An unfortunate thing about saving and reloading the game is that when you load the game, the AI kind of like recalculates their diplomatic position fresh, and it may turn out that they're not willing to ally with us anymore, or that it's too expensive for us to afford, or, you know, it could be an ugly situation. But if we ally with them and they win, then technically we get a shared victory. I mean, that sort of counts, but like I've said before, I consider this to be a low order victory. It's not the thing we're aiming for. So yeah, I think we need to, at this point, do whatever we can do to get Red to like us as much as possible, so that we have our outside chance of winning a victory. So let's go talk to them and see how they've recalculated, how they feel about the situation now. That's a pretty bad sign. I do not like where this is going. Wait, why did it not change over when I clicked? There we go. Okay, no meaningful difference. You don't want any of this stuff. Okay, looking pretty bad, actually. So they are not willing to ally. Is peace on the table at least? Is going back to peace, potentially? Okay, I mean, that looks pretty affordable. Just dial this down to as little as we can. 20? Okay. Well, I think we kind of have to take the deal. I guess we could declare war on Brown for the same amount of bonus approval, and obviously in doing so, we would not be generating as much danger for ourselves. The thing is, like, do we actually want the cities? I think I actually want to take Tuldraj, and there's a small pink force over here that we actually want to fight, I think. I want to try to get the reputation points from fighting Red's enemy and taking a city if we can, to try to put us into a place where alliance is at least feasible. Yeah, I don't much like the idea of having to fight Pink's army. I'm not 100% sure that we can actually survive doing that. I'm hoping that it would not require much fighting, fingers crossed, but I think that this is the deal. So 264 influence. It is turn 97, and if we're talking about potentially winning a wonder victory, like, this is not optional, right? This one would be nice to have. There's no universe where that happens, but we could maybe get here. 720 plus 264 is going to be pretty tough. I mean, I guess we're producing 80 per turn right now, and that's with nobody assigned to influence, right? And we actually have a pretty solid population at this point. We could push over. I bet we can make it. I bet we can make it. So... what is this? So I think I accept this, actually. Not that I particularly love you or anything, but if we're going to end up potentially fighting Pink in a war where we have no idea how long the fight is going to actually be, I think it would be very bad for us to leave open the possibility of a backstab. And we can talk about maybe killing them later. So we have some Pink units here. We must attack from here. Why am I not getting... oh, right, because they didn't actually do the thing, so we're not at war yet. We should probably actually commit the deal. All right. Did I just kill us? Maybe. Pretty hard to know, actually. That's awkward. That combat position does, in fact, include that reinforcement unit. So it's 4 columns out. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, attacking from here. We'd have to go all the way to here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think actually this still includes that army right at the edge. I did release while my mouse cursor was inside the tile they were already in, so that's a little weird. You don't have an action point. Once again, release the mouse cursor on top of them, and all right. So, realistically, we got to try to lead with this army, right? So I guess let's have you sprint over here at maximum speed. You are the one who engages with Toldroj next turn, and we just have to deal with that army existing. I guess for right now, a thing I can do is siege this. We can reduce the amount of siege armor that they have, the amount of fortification. There we go. That's how you words. Oh, really? And then, okay, well, I guess we did not prevent the backstab. Is that... that's very bad. That's potentially game-losingly bad right there. Okay, so... our only realistic hope at this point is to force either we force a Pink surrender very, very quickly, and if we're able to take a city off of them and threaten another one, we may in fact be able to do that. We'll still get the diplomatic effect of attacking Red's enemies and taking a city off of Red's enemies, and then we need to get this war closed so that we can report our troops over to the east and try to fight this war instead. Or it might be okay if Red just accelerates and they just wipe out the rest of Pink's stuff very quickly. That might be acceptable. But like, we're gonna lose these cities in a real hurry to this nonsense. Yeah, these troops aren't even that good. It's just that they're very numerous. They're okay. They're probably slightly better than our troops, except for this one who is bananas. And you're working on quest stuff. This army has 16 movements, so they'll be at the capital next turn. Fun. Yeah, we might have just lost the game. That's entirely possible. Oh, right, and we have to bump a bunch of people over onto influence, or else we are not going to finish our faction, or we're not going to get our intended empire plan. Well, I'll tell you what. I do think we should buy that out probably. So I need to make it to 720, and realistically, I need really what needs to happen here is I have to make it to 720, and I have to have some left over for making treaties and deals, right? We actually need a very large amount of influence very quickly. But it does look like we are in position to make that happen. I think we're going to be just fine on that front. Let's also buy out this unit. I think we're going to be spending a lot of money on military units here. Also, Longfangs, my friend. Let us get you outfitted for war, because it is about to be time for you to do war. You are going to have to be ready for war. The capital must be defended. Go ahead and grab you an army damage boost, and an army health boost, and an army initiative boost? Or do I want to give him personal health boost as well? Probably. Okay, we'll commit that, and then we'll build some military units in here. So that would be 1966, that would be 1561. Okay, all right. So we'll be able to buy out the Predator next turn. And we'll move these units to the capital. Like, the capital is the thing that needs defending primarily. And our capital actually has like okay fortification and stuff. This is gonna be tough though. This is gonna be tight as to whether or not we can survive the thing that we've had to do here. I think just sitting and watching the world continue to unfold around us probably at this point is not viable. So, good luck us. Good luck to me. Red, please come through and save me. And to be clear, I think that every version of this probably ends with us losing. I just don't think that I've put us in a very good position here. So I won't be heartbroken if this move has turned out to kill us, basically. Let's do it before they have any more time to respond. Over here, we're going to search this ruin and hope that it's the right one. Nope. Okay. There was another one in my territory, right? Ah, right there. Okay. Go check this one. Please, please. Fingers crossed. Damn it. Because the other ones are, like, real far away. Yeah, it's not just in other players' territory. It's across the entire goddamn continent. Well, nothing for it, unfortunately. You're just gonna have to make the run there, friend. I guess this is how that begins. You can go to hell. That's how I feel about that. Mayhap time for some bonus fortification on my cities? Could be. Was this strikes far? You know what strikes far? It's Auriga. Yeah, just lower the cost of military units a little bit further. I think that's a reasonable thing to do. To be clear, I think this is a really good move on the part of the Alayi player to just go ahead and eat the increased influence cost of going to war directly from a recent peace. And I'm annoyed by that. I don't like what a good job they're doing strategically. The roving clans have 5 level 8 heroes. That's kind of whatever. Pretty irrelevant to our situation, I think. Start working on this mist. Let's just try our best to build ourselves a real situation here. In Ostak, we finished a thing, and we probably just want to go ahead and build units. Even with everybody on influence, the city is still fairly productive. You know what? Actually, how long does it take you to build a mist? Yeah, do that instead. Okay. And I guess there's really no reason not to have this unit move to the main city's garrison. It doesn't matter that it's bad. It'll just look like a unit in there. All right, infiltration level 2. Neither one of you really ready to do a thing. Okay, let's have at 'em. Exit's not equipped well, right? Yeah, okay. Not an actual military unit. Well, we're gonna get all those reinforcements in here real fast, remember? We got all the flags and everything. So probably want the hero to be standing up front. I don't love fighting them on their territory, but I think I would rather pin them than let them make decisions. So we're just gonna start y'all pretty balled up here. Like the good news here is that we really do control this fight, right? They do not have a lot of say in the pacing or positioning. They are gonna get they're gonna have so much total HP though. I don't think there's any reason for you to move. Just go ahead and do your thing right there. That demon getting to move first really sucks. Alright, I'm gonna have 2 people targeting the Rumbler. Somebody's got to hit that Rumbler and make it not able to do the things. But actually the demon is a much higher priority aside from that, and everybody else should target the demon. The demon is almost the only unit on their side that I'm concerned about. I'm gonna actually force you to move over here. I'm afraid he's gonna run forward like that to shoot the demon and then get himself buffaloed. Okay, I figured he would go after one of those 2. Okay, so we got that pin. We're through the fortification. We're dealing actual damage now. And remember, their units are extremely healthy and frustratingly high defense, but for the most part, their damage is pretty bad. It's not the case for the demon, but it is for pretty much everything else they have. So yeah, you still try to get that. You are probably... You can actually get over there, huh? Okay, yeah, do that. Again, I'm gonna have a couple of units try to make sure we hold the Rumbler down, because it's hard to know where the demon's gonna... Okay, not a big surprise. And remember, we've got that acrobat skill on our assassins, which is why they can move through enemy units, which gives us the ability to exert a level of control that other factions are not able to exert. Excellent work from the Predators, doing that thing Predators do. Once those marks get stacked up, like it's a lot of damage really fast. Okay, please don't let that thing die while we're all adjacent to it. It's totally going to, though. This is going to be the attack that kills it, and if I don't kill it now, it's just going to hurl itself against... Yeah, alright, well... hey, all of the ranged units. Maybe try to focus on this dude up here, because I suspect the melee units have the rest of this under control. Let's do a lot of running forward, except for you, you're going to go away. I forgot about you. Well, there's the spread. There's the further spread. Oh no, it didn't actually die. Okay, there's the further spread. Yep, we need to end this battle now. I wish I could tell specific units not to show up as reinforcements. Just have the one archer just stay out. I just got to keep an eye on it and have them run back when combat starts. Okay, pretty successful overall. And then we push forward because we got to take this other city, right? We gotta break them. We gotta make them think that the only play is bail out of this war immediately. I do think at this point I'm gonna go back and get bonus HP, and I do see this army that's attacking Neth. I don't know. They must have just come up from the south. They have 10 movement, so yeah, that's that's available to them. We don't have any idea what waits for us up here, but I think this army has to go this way. Probably. Yeah, let's just go ahead and put them in a position to serve as reinforcements. We've already spent all of our money for the turn. Toldraj can just, like, I don't know, build a market or whatever. I'm not terribly concerned. Give me influence. I need influence. So I think what we'll probably do here is we'll take this big chunk of influence for the turn, and then we'll redirect some workers after this, because this should be enough for me to have my Empire Plan influence and also to potentially make a deal with somebody. So, speaking of potentially making a deal with somebody, how are you feeling? Dismissive, despite the fact that we're working on your... You know, it just happened. We'll give them a moment to update. And out of curiosity, how are you feeling about a truce right now? I have to imagine they're probably quite negative. Oh, it's not that negative. We take one more city, I bet we can get a pretty clean truce right now. But obviously, if we can take Semrisum, we should. And then we tap out of this war, or rather, we force them to tap out of this war, and we press Dialayi then. Let's hope that we know that they just took Semrisum, so they must have an actual army up here. But that doesn't mean that there's much left of it. It could have been devastated in the fight for Semrisum, which is, I think, what we have to hope for. So yeah. Please don't winter. Like winter being like another turn off would be very helpful. If winter happens right now, this army is going to end up one space short of the city, which is potentially pretty bad, actually. Trying really hard to select stuff, getting that garrison. I mean, we pretty much just have to go for it, right? There's not really two ways around that one. Yep, it's true. I did betray your friend. I did, and I'll do it again. They really don't have a lot of respect for my units. The balance of power bar is constantly like, are you sure you want to do this? You're just going to embarrass yourself. Also, why would my units want to be up on this, my melee units especially, want to be up on this plateau? Hey, it makes a lot of sense for the ranged units to be up here. Yeah, you could be up there. Yep, we're getting attacked as well. We're gonna deal with it. But here, lots of morale for everybody. So sadly, we do not have control of that dude, but gonna make sure we have at least 2 people attacking you. All of the ranged units must be focused on the centaur. Okay. All right, I kind of thought that's what might happen. See their tiny bit of fortification there absorbing just a huge amount of damage. Please do enough damage to actually kill it. Excellent. Great work. All right, well, obviously this is over. So what you're seeing there with the balance of power bar representing this as a close battle is a really good example of what I was talking about, where like the game just dramatically, in terms of those like power representations, the game just dramatically overvalues toughness. It does not have a lot of respect for offensive potential, and especially for offensive potential that is based on stuff like unit abilities, where it's not just the numbers. You know, it's a very simple, like, sort of math-based version of what's going on. So, hey, how do you feel about a truce, friend? See, I'd like to... Do I think I can win this battle? $672. I mean, gosh, they have a lot of HP. Now, we do have real combat units in that city. Some real combat units. So if we move Ligu's reinforcements up, I do think we can win this battle. Okay, then we should do this before we make the deal. Obviously, if we could not win the battle, then we deal before, because I don't want them to have the momentum of a one battle affecting their decision making, because the AI just gets insufferable when that happens. Okay, so y'all are terrible at fighting. John Port is not ready for real combat. John, okay, like hang out over here. It's probably better to have you attack than to not have you attack, but you do not have real stats. Now, Longfangs, on the other hand, Longfangs has got some stuff, and we all have 100 points of fortification riding on us, so... I actually think Longfangs should go after... My guess is that he's going to attack one of the people on the reinforcement spaces. I think he'd be very foolish not to. I guess we need to close up. We need to get some control over their units if we can. I hate that these Rumblers have initiative. He must have put some real work into that too. Rumblers do not naturally initiative very well. Get him! Okay. Yeah, like I said, his stats are not... He's not actually ready for combat. Okay, so we got to keep locking you up. And yeah, more or less, I think, beyond that, everybody kill the horses is the move. Oh, nice. Okay, well, I guess he can lock the reinforcement spaces with other units at this point. But yeah, he's going to try to keep this as unfair a battle as possible, which is just objectively the right way to fight it. Fortunately... Cavalry units, pretty bad against cities. Do I want you to attack the Drakenlings? Does that... that probably still makes the most sense. And then other units can... Beyond that, I guess we just want to try to focus fire, right? Like, let's just kill stuff. But I think we should hold out just fine here. Yeah, you show him. Almost. No, don't lose focus. All right, we're starting to have an initiative advantage here that allows us to control the fight a little bit better. Yep, so here come all the real units, and like, it's gonna be good. Oh wow, I was not expecting him to go down in one. I should have run that unit back. That's a life that could have been saved. So like, it's worth noting, because of the way troops are... That's militia. That's not even a real unit. Because of the way that unit strength is calculated in the abstract, like, what does Pink's army look like relative to ours on this chart? Okay, right now they read as somewhere in the neighborhood of like 4.5 times as powerful as we are. It's probably much, much less than that, right? It's just that they have 4.5 times as much effective HP as we do. But we might be able to survive a prolonged military campaign, especially if they keep coming at us piecemeal like this. So, I don't know. Maybe we don't have to pursue peace all that quickly. I mean, of course, I'm nervous about the moment when they run over our border with 3 full stacks simultaneously. Let's move up a little bit and just kind of like get a sense of what's going on here. See if we can foretell such an event. There's Brown's captured Skyfin. It looks like no, they're not really approaching us in much of a hurry. And they don't have anything in the backfield. Whatever they used to capture Samrisum, it is dead now. So yeah, we may well be able to talk them out of a real fight from here on. So I think we can bump several of our cities back to an industry focus. Let's go. I mean, I don't want to do too many. The new cities should probably be full influence focus because, of course, the rebellion is inducing a huge penalty to food and industry output and no penalty to influence output, which is unaffected by approval in every possible way, actually. So you're producing military units. You might want to speed up. Liku is where we are getting the most bang for our buck as far as assigning people to this, so I do want to make that probably the last place that we pull people back. This is probably worth doing, though. And then maybe that's good, because we are going to need a whole bunch of loose influence, obviously. So, what is that they're building? Is that the one that... yes, that is the one that causes retaliation damage to units, to armies that are, like, sieging the city. Based on the amount of fortification in the city, which is... it's not as high as it used to be. They were probably running an emerald booster or something, would be my guess. You're getting pretty close to leveling up in there. Oh, right, and you're still... yeah, you still got a long way to run, friend. All the way over to here. Well, you know, he's gonna make it pretty quick. He's pretty fast. So, still reading dismissive. Are you feeling any more trucy since losing the... Not really. We don't necessarily have to get peace with them. It looks like Red is pushing on them. Like, we may well be able to just let Red finish them off. We maybe even, like, take Dardogar or something, depending on how their defenses are arrayed. If they're fighting Red, we may not have to worry about this. Can we get Vision, potentially? Okay, Alliance is still showing, like, absolutely not. Although, at this point, a declaration of war on Brown does... yeah, okay, does allow us over the line. And a declaration of war on Brown probably costs me nothing. Right? They're quite far away from us, and any troops that wanted to get to us would go through Red's territory, where presumably they would get fought by Red units. Although a declaration of war on Brown would endanger this unit considerably. Right now I'm at peace with Brown, right? So yeah, they wouldn't... right now, they would not be able to attack my unit making the move, but, like, an alliance with Red is... it's very valuable. It's a very valuable thing. Yep, let's make it happen. Let's do it. Let's more betrayals. I have exactly one friend in the world. So okay, let's do like a combination. I really don't want to go out on either of these resources, but let's do a combination of these things. Because, like, I do need some of this stuff, potentially. Okay, we really found the line here. Yeah, I think an alliance is, like, a really good idea. And then we're generating more positive approval through our war, the fact that we are at war with their enemies, and even more by actually killing pink stuff. And then on top of that, of course, we now have their vision, and so we can sort of plan our whole deal a little bit more effectively. So part of what I was worried about was that Red's units might be kind of scattered because they're fighting on multiple fronts, and so they're not putting pressure on pink, and that does in fact appear to be exactly the case. So we probably do want to truce out of this war, but it doesn't have to be right this second. Let's go ahead and hit the button here. We got to build something in Samrisum. City has enough districts that National Museum is good, but we're certainly going to want approval of buildings. And there's my 720 influence. Another reason not to make peace with pink just yet, just to make sure we have the influence we need. Gosh, I hope Red does push over here and just crush pink, though. It'd make my life a lot easier. I accept. I saw it. I saw the Blood Brothers, the Blood siblings tag. Oh, right. Shit. I didn't recalculate the... We absolutely could have had 960. Oh, no. Well... Yeah, we absolutely could have just put one of the cities back on influence. I didn't recalculate the cost of the Empire plan for the 2 new cities. Oh... So we're market banned, so we can't fix our approval with luxury goods. We have enough cities that would not be a trivial task anyway. So the question is just, am I going to be building... I guess... I'm going to not take the building cost reduction. Because... we're effectively, like, doing this, I would be losing... By losing the 90% threshold in most of the cities, we would be losing 15% production in every city for this, but also losing, obviously, a lot of other things like food and dust. So we're going to stick with that. What is this? Guliyawa got round-upped. Interesting. I was not watching that... Yeah, it must have been. What city were you even in? I don't even remember. Yeah, that's not great. That's not great. Do we have vision over... We do not have vision over any other cities, really. Well, It must have been a roundup triggered by... Also, the loss of Dynage, I assume that's like privateers from Blue or something. It must have been a roundup triggered by something other spies were doing, spies from other empires, and I just wasn't paying enough attention. And it makes sense. It was Hendwin or something that we were in, right? So, yeah, it was a city on the front where it was possible for the spies to get grabbed by, or it was possible for other Empire spies to be in there causing trouble. I sort of want to just try to like run over here. Like I want vision. Let's only risk 1 unit on it. I want vision, but this is dangerous. They have a bunch of watchtowers, so they can see my stealthy units. But I need to know what the situation is here. 4 units with only 100 fortification. And it doesn't look like the Alai are making moves on me yet, but their armies are so fast that they could be at the capital in a moment's notice. Like any turn, they could just decide to take the capital. So I am a little leery of pressing too deep into Pink's territory because of that. Let's bring the big army back home through this way. So we're present if they want to make a move, but I may attack Dardagar. So... It's probably not worth sticking a spy in Dardagar. My guess is that the city will not be standing long enough for us to benefit from doing that. Dabua Ofosu makes sense where they are. I'm wondering if it's like, does Yema Adya do something to this city now, and then we just pull her from the city, assign her to an army, and replace her with our other spy? Is there a tech that makes sense to steal? No, probably not. Yeah, it's just too low level. All right, I guess just hang out for a little while, like get to level... Boy, it's 8 turns to get to level 4. Maybe what we do is just dunk the city's production output. Or just kill some of the population. She can do 1 morale loss for 2 turns. No, don't do that. It's terrible. 2 morale loss for 4 turns? Yeesh. Yeah, if we're only going to have 2 active spies, it feels like Ziema Adya should get pulled back to playing governor, right? Or playing general, rather. Also, I suppose it's worth noting that if I pull her out of that city, we will not be able to plant a new spy in it, because we will no longer have vision of it. So, yeah, I guess for the moment, this is just how it is. y'all, I don't exactly know what to do with you. I guess just stand back here near the cities and be ready. I can drop the new spy, I can drop the broken spy into one of the cities. Right, Guliawa has Dust Boost too and can get some XP this way, I guess. That's something. It's not much, but it's something. Okay, go ahead and make that move. So it looks like red is pushing pretty hard on brown, not so hard on pink. Does make me a little nervous. But at the moment, it looks like we're maybe going to be able to take another pink city. They don't seem to have much in the way to stop us. Out of curiosity, are they still are you still feeling bloodthirsty? Like, you don't really want to do this. Like, we could probably just get out of this war. But to be perfectly honest with you, if they're not going to make a move on us, does it matter? I mean, we're not going to get anything positive out of it as long as all of their units are right here. We can't fight that. 20 Alai units with 170 fortification. So it probably makes sense to get out of the war. Yeah, we got all these things that we wanted. Yeah, we're like, this war is not of value to me. I think we give them a technology that they value very highly, but that isn't actually good at all. And then like a small amount of titanium and just like go away. 5 titanium. Okay, it's gonna have to be a little bit more than that, it turns out. A lot more than that, really. It does in fact take almost all of the titanium to get them to go away. Okay, a small amount of glass steel should work. This is absolutely an amount of glass steel that is just about wringing influence out of me, but fine. Alright, no backstabs. I'm not even necessarily comfortable staying in the war against pink, so... why did you stop while you still have 2 movement left? I thought I had commanded you to the edge of your range. Alright. Ooh, you know what's gonna be super annoying is if it is that ruin, because that ruin is my Karad. Wait, is this... Why is this one glowing? Oh, that's just the you've never searched me glow. Alright, for right now, our unit's aim is this, and we just really, really hope. I guess really I should stop and search this along the way, but hold on, your moves are not high value. I guess we can go ahead and execute this. Do not steal any pearls. Important that we do not move across pearls in Red's territory. I can take pearls in my own territory, that's fine. Probably. Take your pearls. Sub now. These 7 pearls are mine. This unit is going to get killed. I am doing a thing that is unsafe. This tile actually should not be within their detection range, so I think you should be able to just chill there. The Moonleaf has run out. Do we care? We care a little bit. I mean, obviously, the Empire approval value is kind of like... It's a little hard to read right now because it's still being affected by this stuff. Over time, it'll increase. We'll be okay. So y'all just... Yeah, pretty much just hang out. So a lot of our cities are doing the things that they can afford to do. I think we can probably refocus this city on building itself out and becoming effective. In fact, I'm gonna pop focus a little bit here. We'll carry over a bunch of food into the next citizen. Do I want to refocus all of my cities? Probably. We probably have enough influence now that we don't have to be so concerned anymore. So let's take all of the cities off of influence. We still generate a fair amount per turn. It was like 70 or 80 or something, right? Let's get some things done. Okay, yeah, almost 100. So there's not much vision in this area, which does make me a little bit nervous. And like the worst case scenario is we run into a pink military force and we lose a battle. Because if that happens, they probably will no longer be willing to accept a truce. But it does look like red's moving on them again, so it may turn out to be irrelevant. Red may draw their attention enough that we can just run in and do what we want. We gotta hope, right? Also, can our dude over here reach this ruin this turn? We're pretty close. The answer is no. Sadly. Winter movement penalty, very severe. A little nervous about... I'm gonna let everybody do all their movements first. We'll consider it. Right. Capital is winter immune, which is just wonderful news. Alright, move quickly at the beginning of the next turn. There is a Dust Guardian. Or at least there was. I swear I saw the edge of a Dust Guardian. Is it a... Okay, it's an Alayi Dust Guardian. We're not actually at war with those people anymore. It's fine. So, like, if I do this, they extremely know I'm coming, right? And that does make me a little nervous. Oh, also, I should, like, care about my technologies. What is queued up right now? What's mine is mine? This is when we were still talking about, that phase of the faction quest. You know what? This is probably worth spending dust on. We'll get a lot of the dust back, but then we'll also get other stuff back. Also, I suppose, if we're talking about potentially having to build a big deal, a big thing, a big wonder, then some of these industry technologies become pretty important. Boy, what do I think? We need 3 more techs to move up. It could be these 3. And if it's gonna be these 3, then of course you want to do endless mechanisms first, because it'll help pay for the other 2. That said, I mean, like, brigade system is right there. Do I need that? I don't know. We're gonna get a move on here. Is fortification damage on this army? 64. So we can just burn stuff in a single turn as we run through. Just get some bonuses here. Oh no, you know what? Actually, we should burn the watchtower. Yeah. First of all, disable their vision. But secondly, it may be the case that ransacking a watchtower, pillaging rather, a watchtower, gives you a burst of healing. It might be. I don't remember. We're gonna find out. So what's their actual capital? Is it this? Can't really tell because they whoops, clicked outside of the window because they have a region over... Oh, no, I guess they don't have Used. Maybe they did. So this is their actual city. And this is where we're going to see the clash of the Urkins and everything. Laris is going to fall. Actually, Laris is undefended aside from this Guardian. It's not impossible that this army uses its action point fighting the Guardian and then we just sweep in and take the city. I don't know. I don't know if I even want another city at this point. I'm not sure that it is value positive. We don't really need to fungal exfoliate. We don't really need central market. What do I want to do here? I don't want to build an abbey because I am saving my pearls for improvements to the capital. So actually, I think you can just continue to build military units, probably. Other places have more stuff to do. Like in other places, it actually does make sense to build districts. We could actually potentially level up in a meaningful way, but mostly we can, you know, reach out and grab more anomalies and stuff. And in Tuldraj, we definitely want to just continue building burrows. This burrow is pretty meaningful. Yeah. Okay, go ahead and do that. You know what? I am just going to go ahead and buy endless mechanisms. I know it's a lot of money, and we're like in a position right now where we do have to be careful with our money because for lots of reasons. Oh, you could just search this. It's marked with a quest for somebody else. I can just open that up right now. Okay. All right, let us see what the reward for pillaging this this watchtower is. Is it, in fact... Oh, it is. It is full heal, in fact. Not on the hero, but on all the units. That's actually very good. Are you? Okay, you're a fire ship. Don't care. Alright, can you make it into reinforcement range? I think so. Alright, let's attack the city. I'm not gonna... So 200 dust and a big heal. It's not a full heal, it's a numeric heal, but it was enough. Alright, they're gonna have at the city. They're not going to allow me to steal it. That's fine. Damn it. And also, crap. Crap and damn it. And we got a... we got a quest. Okay. That's not my primary concern at the moment. This is the other one for my faction quest. Yeah, it sure is. Okay. So it's overgrown. Obviously the overgrownness ceases to be an issue if Brown dies. Which is, I think, the only way that we could possibly remove that, because a single unit is not gonna get through. It actually is a pretty undefended city. They should be able to take this. I don't know how much pressure they're going to put forth, but they should be able to take that. They're putting a lot of pressure on Pink, which is great news for us. Means we don't have to back off and we can keep annoying them. Keep being a threat. Semri, go ahead and build me some things. There's some actual good stuff available here. The grass silk has also run out. How long until... Okay, not too long. That's going to be available again soon. Is that event still actually up? Hold on a second. It's at 4 of 10. Nobody is using boosters this game. I guess there's a number of players who have very small and rapidly shrinking territories. And then there's a player who has so many cities that there's no way they can afford to be popping boosters at all. So I guess this makes sense. It's very unusual, though. Alright, let's do this thing. A centaur, a draken, and some militia. And you can see even their militia are, like, beefy. Even their militia are beef. What is the difference between draken and cow? None. None difference. All is draken, which is, I guess, another way of saying all is cow. We are a little short on deployment spaces as we approach here. Not exactly ideal. Okay, let's make sure somebody pins you. I would really like to prevent most of their units from moving forward. If we can like keep this area bottlenecked up, the fact that we have ranged units and they don't is going to be tremendously important. I'm so bummed out. Okay, but they chose not to attack my ranged units anyway. Not optimal play with those cavalry. Ooh, that positioning's maybe a little aggressive. There we go. The assassins are here to correct it. Well, the trade's embarrassing, but, you know, the Dragon Link had to go down eventually. And it didn't get to do any damage to anybody, really, because the hero's not dead, so yeah, it's like a pretty good outcome. Okay. And we earned 80 influence, because right, you get influence when you defeat units that your allies are at war with. That does mean that I am responsible. It is my watchtower now that has been burned to the ground. Is Blue the one who had finished their faction quest? Indeed. Let us close borders. Excuse me, friend. The thing is... Oh. No, I'm banished from the marketplace. Am I not able to close borders with you? Because, like, I do not want you to get to the thing. But it looks like it's not actually on the table? Huh. Oh, right. Winter. It's a winter effect. It's because it's currently winter. Borders cannot be closed during winter on account of the winter effects of this game. I remember now. You know what? New unproductive city, you can just commit to influence. Okay, so I mean, like, Pink's got to be pretty desperate at this point, and we've got to be like very much in Red's good graces. And Red's totally going to kill Brown. They're already sieging the city, like they're getting ready. They have the troops in the area, so they'll remove the fungal infection from the ruin. We'll get to search the ruin, and then we'll be on phase 7. Nope, there's a second part of phase 6. Okay, our faction quest is so long. All right. Okay, fine. Now, obviously, just picking up a bunch of extra cities is counterproductive in some ways. It does give us some possibilities that are interesting, but it also makes it much harder to maintain approval levels. Definitely want to get Wayward leveled up, because we're probably going to want to swap Wayward in to the capital when it's time to do the thing, provided that we can get up to... Trying to stay away from conflict here. I don't know that you needed to do that, really. Red's just killing blue troops for the hell of it. Oh, it looks like a battle took place already here and the garrison has been killed. Yeah. 6 turns. Okay. That's annoying. Well, the loss of that city obviously would be largely academic, because we will just immediately retake it. But yeah, annoying for sure. And I'm assuming the governor of that city is not armed well. Who knows what they'll do while they're in control of it, very briefly. So what we want to do here is just play defense as best we can. Seeding the city tile doesn't feel great. So obviously there's a lot of fortification there. Yeah, Strikesfar is not ready for combat. This is going to be not great. Okay, the unit I care most about killing is the Drakenling for sure. It'd be great if somebody could hit this guy, but also we must be very cautious about allowing the enemy forward, because the Predator is the only unit we have that's capable of dealing any damage here. Alright, I think we probably live in this formation forever. Which means you should really step to here for maximum moralification. Oh god, your blocker is going to die very presently. In what I might call the extreme present. And you're stacking it up, but I don't know if it's going to be fast enough. I mean, we simply must hope that the enemies choose not to step forward and start attacking the ranged unit. And I'm actually going to fall back here. It's like, what I would love is for somebody to make it to that space. Okay. Chose not to do the thing. Oh no, my unit was stunned. Come on, get that kill. Ah, we're not going to get it. Okay. Well... And yeah, I am no longer in control. Okay. I mean, obviously, that's more of an annoyance than anything. Oh, wait, hold on. Move you up a space. It's like, we'll kill this army and then we'll take the city back on our turn. Just sneaking invisible armies through my territory, though. Like... I do want you up front. I do want you to grab some violence right away. You, on the other hand, you can sleep. Probably we shouldn't have the ranged units in all the way in the front. Why did we set up like this? Who did this? Who is responsible? All right, you, friend, can just chill. You absolutely must kill that guy. And that aside, yeah, kind of do whatever y'all want. Let's have the ranged units focus fire as always. Okay. Hooray! A beneficial trade. Okay, so who's gonna get the hit? Yeah, that's fine. You have plenty of health. I don't know what they even thought. Like, what were the possible outcomes here? Okay, so you're gonna grab that. You can head back down this way. But obviously we'll make that happen. Aldodev is gone, and once Aldodev's gone, Verkal's going to fall like the turn after, so... let's heal you, and we'll reinstall you presently. Put you in Ostak. No, wait, Ostak has a thing already. Samrisum? Yeah, Samrisum is a place that doesn't have things. Nah, I'll put him back where he goes. Okay, so... I have to say, I'm a little surprised by Pink and their weird decision-making, though. Like, it doesn't seem like they have a single full-sized actual army, right? It's all these, like, 3s and 4s running around, which is just not a good way to conduct business. It's a really good way to make sure that your units are eternally overmatched. Just like always, things are going badly. Probably more districts. Yeah, it's okay. Not too worried about the fungal exfoliation, as I was saying. Okay. Yeah, you know what? Siege the city. Prevent it from regaining any fortification. I guess actually maybe I don't need to report south here. Let's search this ruin, since we did make the ruin researchable. This one's overgrown, but not that one. And then yeah, I guess we'll head back down here. You can go ahead and burn your action point. Reclaiming my city for me. Okay, and the place should be... The only real loss there is the actual units that died, and the unit that was half built in the queue. Research agreement. This is terrible. You want me to pay you for a thing that only benefits you. You want me to... No. That is a Draken... Guardian. Just kind of all out on its lonesome in a place where it is definitely just going to die. Is that a settler? Are you running a settler into combat? This is how dire things are for pink. This is what they have left. Yeah, that's got to go down pretty soon. Can't be soon enough. You know, actually, it's probably worth building this thing too. Yeah, look at all that stuff done. The mist is going to move to the capital. I'm wondering about maybe swapping Wayresigo in now, because we do want to get him leveled up a little bit more. You're providing, well, you're providing. You know what? Wayresigo might not actually be leveled up enough for him to overtake the value of having triple inspirational leader and everything. Even if we do move him over. A 24% cost reduction on that building is a pretty big deal, though. Alright, as soon as the winter ends, I'm going to swap them, because for right now we are actually benefiting, I think, quite a bit from the winter immunity. I would like to continue benefiting. And it should be any moment now. So yeah, go ahead and jump in that garrison. Can still afford to run the gold, because we're pulling gold out of the ground at an incredible rate. Almost have enough to afford our Border's Guild. This battle's gotta go on this coming turn, so... Actually, can you reach the Guardian? You totally can. Okay. That's what we are doing with that. Go forth and feast. Feast upon this Guardian carcass. And we'll pull the standard maneuver here. Having an army that's visible is actually a pretty good thing some of the time. This technique where we fool... Did they force truce me or something? They sure did. Well, at least they did it after I reclaimed Avarilia. I forgot they could do that. I mean, it's fine. Like, I didn't really want to take any more cities anyway. I was just gonna harass their troops for Red's sake. Okay, so you build that out. Get some more resources and stuff in here. Yeah, the move is probably like leave Wayresigo here to let him benefit from the completion of this, get the XP for that, then bump him to Ligu so that he gets the XP for the completion of this as well. And I guess your move is different now. I mean, we could just like fall back and search ruins. The polyp doesn't mind a little bit of ruin XP. Can't help but notice red is not killing brown, so I'm just very slowly gaining access to this ruin. You don't need to wait for it to be at 0. You could just attack. It's being far too conservative. Oh, I created an army. Well, feel like we can probably just auto-resolve that one. And look at all this Quicksilver. Do I have Quicksilver income? Is that like actually a booster? No. I do have some Quicksilver for some reason. I also have this open and I just didn't actually commit. I mean, I was going to do I don't know. I don't really know that it matters, honestly. 20% life on our units is cool now that we got a 4th boss village. But we're probably in a place where life on our units no longer matters. I really don't think we have enough luxuries for this to matter either. Oh no, sorry, this isn't life, that's food, right? The life is the rumblers. Yeah, 20% food, sure, yeah. Also, Borer's Guild. We're gonna get into that final era. We're gonna get into that penultimate era. One of these days. One of these days we'll be in the penultimate era. So yeah, I guess my armies just kind of like go home and fill garrisons and stuff. We'll keep the one active army for quick response, but I don't know that we are. I don't know that we're going to engage in any more combat actually for the rest of the game. So it'd be very helpful to me if Red could just get this stuff done. Do we care about Blue's technological progress? I guess at this point I'm gonna just go ahead and accept. It would be cool to be able to buy luxuries, potentially. So come on, wipe out the Myconid player, the Mycera player. I really want to take my ruin. Oh, Blue just started building the Temple of the Earth's Core. Well, okay, that's not my fault. I had nothing to do with that. I'm surprised that it took them so long, actually. We, obviously, that has to be stopped. But I'm not really sure. Am I going to be up to the task? I guess I better be, right? Maybe this army needs to be headed in that direction in a real hurry now. I am going to grab this first. There's nothing that could stop that. We do see some blue troops. We can get an idea. So, okay, pretty sort of middling stats. That's actually like very bad. It's tough because this army is a real grab bag of designs. Those troops are pretty good. I mean, the trick is we got to get red to declare on blue, right? That's how this is going to actually get resolved. But I'm not 100% sure how to force their hand on that one. Because it's very difficult to get the AI to declare war on someone without also... I guess the deal is I have to offer a war declaration myself, right? Like, if I want you to declare war on blue, I must also declare war on blue? And more. Oh, hey, this thing finally happened. Somehow. Well, that's certainly going to be helpful. They're gonna wait until I actually burn this all the way down myself, I bet. Just AI spitefulness, you know? So if I declared on blue, they're building in their capital, right? Which is gonna be, I'm guessing based on the megapole, Charun. So we need to take Red's... Boy, they do have wonders in... Okay, well... Yeah, I need Red to push through... Are they at war with anybody right now? They are not. They're at peace with Pink, even. Yeah, I really need Red to finish fighting Brown, because if Red would actually take out Brown, then their troops would be able to push Blue very, very quickly. And I suspect that that's what we're going to need is very, very quickly. All right, I think this is probably the place where we were going to call it for this episode. And thank you all so much for watching. I hope that you all appreciated the lack of horrible, clunky chair noises on account of I finally managed to harass FedEx into delivering the package that they were just holding on to in a delivery facility like a couple miles from my house. And I have a new chair, and it's like comfortable and also very quiet. It's one of the main things I need out of a chair. So when you come back next time tomorrow, we are going to be eliminating players from this game left and right, and then still kind of like desperately hoping that there's any way left for me to win. I don't have like the greatest hopes, but I think we're at least close-ish. And we'll see you then.